Hey guys, XJ9 here, and today's gonna be a 110 mining and smithing update, little preview that they're doing before the launch on Monday, I believe. So I've already read this, and I'm sure you've seen so many of these updates, but I'm gonna quickly go over some of the highlights of this update. I didn't want to watch this video. I didn't want to watch it. So they're talking about the lore. The world is changing. In recent years, isolated deposits of Daemonheim ore were discovered by prospectors in the wilderness, and now metals once thought to only exist in the depths of Daemonheim have surfaced on the peninsula. Blah blah, crafting adventures, right? So we had tier 100 pickaxe. However, you can make a new primal pickaxe, and it will become the best smithable pickaxe. The only downside is gonna be that it can't be augmented, right? So what you're gonna want to do is if you have the pickaxe of Earth and Song, which isn't that hard to get. I think in total it takes like 2 to 4 hours to get, if I recall correctly. I got it on my alt recently, and you can make it a tier 100 augmentable pickaxe. So it has the same stats as a primal pickaxe. It's just you can put augments such as honed and furnace. Honed and furnace. I don't think honed helps that much unless you want money. Furnace is the one you want if you want experience. So it's kind of important to honestly augment your pickaxe for experience rates. A lot of people don't. So just showing the levels, blah blah, right? This is a new armor. I'm not sure what the left armor is. You can upgrade it up to +5. Maybe this is plus 0, and this is +5. I'm not sure like how much it will change between the tiers. If it does change between the upgrades, I think that would be pretty cool. Because I don't think this is like a female. I don't think it's like female male. I think this is like as you upgrade it. If so, I think that's a pretty cool touch. I think this, well, unless it's the primal med helm and primal chain body, I'm not sure, but we'll see. Overall, I think it looks pretty good. Again, oh wait, let me check the system. So yeah, I don't know. The one thing I don't like that they got rid of is the helmet used to have a little like crystal thing here, and I just thought it looked cool. But it looks all right, but I'm sure people that like melee will like that. So that's the armor. We're gonna talk about the pickaxe. The pickaxe looks cool. They just chose the traditional primal look with a little like wooden stick, and Masterwork 2H sword, which is 110 smithing, and glorious bars. Some of the math making masterwork and chaotic weaponry, twin fury blades, and drygores. Chaotics are really easy to get. Drygores, yeah, no one really uses those anymore. And twin fury, like I'm pretty sure the tier 88 lane blades are better than drygores, and twin fury blades, they're pretty easy to get. I don't think this short sword should be that expensive. It looks pretty cool though. I will say it actually looks really cool. I actually like the little blue gem. I like the gold. I like the very light brown. I like the silver. Like I actually like how they made the sword. It actually looks really good. It's actually like honestly keepsakeable. Some people say this sword is kind of dead content, but it's honestly for people like, oh, Iron Man, or hey, new player, and you know what? I want to be a meleeer. I'm gonna work on mining and smithing, and they can make their own tier 100 sword. And that's a big step in PVM because not everyone has 300 mil for a noxious scythe. And again, a noxious scythe without augments is really bad. So having this sword tier 100, you 10 tiers above on scythe, or you know 8 tiers above a Zero's God Sword, that actually helps new players a lot because they don't have like the best overload. They don't have the best players. They don't have, I don't know, what else is there? I mean, maybe that's honestly it, but it's a nice step forward to get people into PVM and like have something to work for. Some people, again, it's not for the high level community because you already have, you can just make a tier 100 Zuck sword if you want. So what's up? Honestly didn't read this part too much, but yeah, that's all that is. Make X smithing. You can already make X. You just can only make one. So if I want to make one type of item, you have to click Elder Plate Body +5, make, then right click, create X, create X. You gotta keep doing that. I did on my smithing guide, but now they seem to streamline it. I wonder if you can choose different types of things to make. Like, oh, I want to make an Elder Ruin +5 set for my burial armor, or make profit. So you just choose, you know, three. How many would you choose? 5 helmets, 5 legs, 5 plate bodies, 5 boots, and 5 gloves. If you can do that, that would be crazy. that would make it a lot easier to make burial sets. So that's pretty cool. If that's the case, overall, I think this is cool because you could already do this in the game. So I think this is a great way to streamline the you can do that because a lot of people don't know you can make multiple plate bodies at once. Looking primal. So again, these are the pictures they showed of the Primal 2H. This is the classic, and they were saying, oh, which one should we make? One A, B, or C? And same thing to pickaxe, A, B, or C. And yeah, what they said is this looked like a Madoc, so they changed it a little bit. So Primal 2H honestly looks really cool. Again, I would say that's a keepsakeable sword. It's really cool looking. It's only tier 90 though, uh, which is again not bad. I don't think is it even augmentable. I also don't even know if the other sword's augmentable. This might be augmentable considering the Masterwork Spear is augmentable, but I'm not sure. Even whether it's augmentable or not, it's still going to be useful. Tier 90 sword, same thing. If you're again, not everyone has 300 mil, or not everyone has you know even 50 mil to make to buy Drygors or something. So that's nice. What's up? Primal pickaxe, they changed it. They got rid of the little curve the pickaxes had because this does look like a Madoc, and yeah, they just strained it, which looks cool. I like that they chose the traditional look for both of these. I'm very happy they did that. And that's pretty much it. However, there's one last thing, guys. I skipped over. My bad. Because there wasn't a picture of the alloy. So they're gonna make primal armor spikes. So right now we have abyssal spikes, but now we're gonna get primal, and it'll do 125% of your smithing level instead of 100%. As seen in the Elder Rune and alloy armor spikes, and primal armor spikes also have the alloy effect, where there's a 10% chance to do 1,000% more damage. So this is gonna be about the wiki says this on like the alloy section, but it's close to a 2K. Also, because we're gonna go up 11 smithing levels, that also means the spikes will do more damage as well by default. So overall, this is a pretty big buff to melee. On top of that, all armor spikes proc chance will go. The chance of abyssal spikes will go from 25% to 25% to be inflicted to 100%. So yeah, every time you get hit by the target, you just inflict it as long as you're next to it. I'm not sure if Nakatra actually gets these bleeds because I haven't actually paid attention. And when I try to look at her, she never had bleed stacks unless it was just very unlucky. And again, if it's only a 25% chance to be inflicted, that kind of stinks. So this kind of gets rid of the need to, I guess, even pay attention. Slash, I believe this debuff from the primal abyssal spikes will is I believe is shared with the abyssal scourge because the wiki said something about like it being the same passive. So if it is the same passive, it removes the need to have to swap the min max melee to swap to your scourge, do like one hit every 9 seconds to keep the bleed on. Now the bleed, as long as you're melee with a target, will stay on, which is pretty big. So now that what we call it, Champions Ring, is going to give you that crit damage and that crit chance. So pretty big buff to melee. Really curious to see how it gets buffed. Again, it's relatively small, but like those little, you know, when you have so much damage and like you don't have to, because all it is an inventory slot. You just need to put this in your inventory slot, one inventory slot, and it's a lot more damage. It's a lot more consistent. 100% proc chance means that you can pretty much always benefit from the Champions Ring, and getting the 10% chance to do 1,000 damage on top of there's a 100% chance for it to work. It means every 10 hits, the boss is going to take 1,000 more damage, which is like a 2K hit for free. So that's pretty crazy. Overall, I think it's pretty solid. Get people into melee. I think melee is pretty good actually. It's just I think you have to use a Hellhound to get used to the Berserk damage, and then like maybe swap to a Blood Reaver to keep up your damage. Blood Reaver is kind of broken, guys. So that's it. Hope you liked the video. Just a quick, news update. And yeah, bye.